Hello again, welcome back. We are in our third lesson of statistics. This one is all about finding a missing value if I give you the mean. So to start us off, I have this question here. A student had a goal of earning a 90% average on all of their formatives. So overall, they wanted an average 90%, an average A. So far, the student has earned an 84, a 92, an 88, and a 94. What do you think the student needs to earn on their fifth formative to get the average 90 that they would like? Go ahead and pause me, and I want you to say, what is your guess? What would they need on the fifth formative? And then, what would definitely not be the answer? What would definitely not give them a 90? Go ahead, pause me now. All right. If your guess is different than mine, totally fine. I'm going to guess something, 94, 92, 88. I'm going to guess a 91. What is definitely not the answer? This could be something like a 0%, 20%. Anything that's really low in a failing grade is probably going to bring them down and not get that 90% that they want. So let's actually work through how to solve this type of problem. Alright. Okay. So recall the steps for finding the mean, and we're going to just use it backwards. So write the equation for mean or average, and remember that that is the sum of all numbers over our total. Oh, actually, I'm gonna type this because this is not working out for me. So we have the sum of all values up top. We'll make that underline. And then on the bottom, it was the total number of values. So in this case, total number of test scores would go on bottom. Okay, and we're gonna solve for the missing value using algebra. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a try. So, test scores, and we have an average of 90. Well, remember, our average equals this. So I'm going to say our average was 90%. And we put our sum of all numbers on top. So we have 84, 92, 88, 94, and then we don't know what they got on the fifth test. So we're going to leave an X there for our fifth test. Remember, an X is a variable, represents a number. You could also think about it as a blank. So that's all of our numbers added together, and then we divide it by how many numbers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, 5 tests we are taking. Alright, and now we're going to solve for X. I'm going to move this over here so I have more space. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is simplify that top. So I'm going to add all those numbers together. So we have 84 plus 92 plus 88 plus 94. And that's 358 plus X divided by 5. All right. Back to algebra. We get rid of the bottom first, so we'll times both by 5. 5's cancel. And now we get 9 times 5 is 45. Add that 0. 358 plus X And now we have this positive x that's, or this positive 358 that's being added. So then we subtract it from both sides. Those cancel, and then we can do 450 minus 358. And that equals 92. So that means they need a 92% on that fifth formative in order to get an average of 90 that they would like. So I'm going to just do, I think, like 2 examples, or I'll work through all 3 of these examples, asking you to pause it and try it here and there. But overall, like for each of these problems, the steps are the same every single time. Set your equation up with your mean, all your numbers you know added together, plus x. Count how many things you have on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That goes on the bottom. Move the denominator. Move that value. So let's go ahead and try this one. So we're going to find the missing value. So my mean is 7. And again, it's the sum of all numbers on top. So we have 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. And then question mark. So we're going to use x. And then how many numbers did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will go on bottom. I'm going to go ahead and add those numbers together up top. So we have 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, and that's 24. So now we have 7 equals 24. Don't forget the plus x divided by 5. And now we're going to just solve for x. Again, I have divided by 5, and I need to do that first. So times 5 times 5. We get 35 equals 24 plus x. And then how would I move that 24? I would subtract it on both sides. 5 minus 4 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So my missing value here is 11. So again, if we look back, steps are exactly the same. Our mean equals add your numbers up plus your missing value, x, divided by how many things you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move your denominator, and then move the other value with your x. Go ahead, pause me, and see if you can set number 2 up correctly. So I want you to set it up like this, and then unpause me when you're ready to check and see if you set it up correctly. Alright, so our mean is 23. Sum of all of our numbers, 15 plus 17 plus 28 plus 30 plus that missing value, x. If you have your x in the middle, that's totally fine. When we're writing this out, it doesn't matter where our x is. Ultimately, your steps are still exactly the same. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Okay? Go ahead, pause me now, and simplify your equation. So you're now doing from this step to this step right here. Add those values together. Pause me, come back when you have this step written down. Okay, so now I'm going to give it a shot. So we have 15 plus 17 plus 28 plus 30, and that equals 90. So that's the sum of our numbers plus our missing value divided by 5. Okay, now we're going to solve for x. So you've used these steps to help you. Look at what we did over here. You're solving it the exact same way, just with some different numbers. Go ahead and try to solve for x. Come back when you are ready to check your answer. Give it a shot, please. Okay, first things first, get rid of that denominator, so times 5 on both sides. Ooh, I think it's 115. 5 times 23. Ayo, 115. And then we have 90 plus x. We get rid of that positive 90 by subtracting it from both sides. 115 minus 90 gives us 25. There's our missing value. All right, there's 2 examples. Let's go ahead and do one last one together, and then you'll do your independent practice. So we have Sunil wants to earn an 88% in her chemistry class. So that is the average she wants. She's received a 74, a 92, an 83, a 98, and a 100. What must she get on her 5th quiz? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a typo. That should say 6th quiz. She already has taken 5. All right. So we know her average she wants is an 88. Go ahead and create the top and the bottom, and then come back when you're ready. See if you can set it up correctly. Remember, it's the sum of all your values plus your missing value divided by how many total things you have up top. Come back when you're ready, please. All right, so we have a 74 plus a 92 plus an 83 plus a 98, oh my goodness, plus a 100, and then plus whatever she needs on her next one. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Okay. Go ahead and simplify it. Add those numbers on top together. So again, that's this step right here, where you got the 90 plus x over 5. So go ahead and do that. Create your new equation. Come back when you are ready. Okay, so we have 74 plus 92 plus 83 plus 98 plus 100. That's 447 plus x divided by 6. Okay, now go ahead and try to solve for x. Again, same exact steps here and here. Give it a shot. See if you can find what x is, and then unpause me when you're ready. All right, first things first, times both sides by 6. 88 times 6, 528 equals 447 plus x, and subtract that 447 on both sides. Minus 447, 81. So that means to get the 88% she wants, she needs to make sure she gets an 81 on her 6th quiz to get the 88. All right, all the steps exactly the same, just different numbers. You have several to try. I want you to try your best. You'll have the answer key to check out your work. Make sure you have all of these problems filled out. If you need help or you're still confused, send me a message and I will help. Have a great day. Can't wait to see your work.